How alcohol affects your mental health. Alcohol and drinking can have a big impact on your health in general, and can particularly affect your mental health and how you feel day to day. In order to understand why this is, and how drinking can negatively affect your mental health, let's have a quick look at what happens to your brain on alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. It affects the levels of certain happiness chemicals, like serotonin and dopamine. Even though you might feel happier and more relaxed when you first start drinking, this won't continue once you sober up the next day. As you continue to drink, you may begin to feel sad, angry, anxious, depressed, or become aggressive. In the long term, this can turn into more serious mental health issues.
My name is Mary Hogan and I am a teen psychotherapist with Crosscare Teen Counselling. So alcohol affects someone's mental health in that it's pretty much a case of what goes up must come down. So if you're out on a night out with your friends and you're having a laugh and you're taking in a lot of alcohol, so your brain's getting these new chemicals and messages, it's okay, relax, chill out, it's all good. And then the next day is when it all kind of comes crashing down, and that's when it really affects your mood, and that's when it really, you can start to become very anxious, feel really low, quite depressed, and that's the really difficult, tricky part with alcohol. It is a depressant, and that's kind of the main reason why. It's the day after. What happens is you could feel really down the day after, and then you might say to yourself, okay, I'm never going to drink again, I'm not going to do that again. And then the next thing, it comes to Friday or Saturday again, and your mates are saying, come on, let's go out. It effectively becomes a dependency cycle. So you know on one level that it's probably not good for you, but everyone else is doing it around you, and it seems to be the only thing to do to have fun. You might start off a glass of wine or a can in the evenings, and the next thing they know, they're doing it every single day. That's when it becomes problematic, because what you're doing then is you're using it as a way to cope. Alcohol will definitely affect your capacity to develop healthy, strong coping strategies. Your brain is expecting this chemical every weekend or as frequently as it happens, so your brain associates that time in the day or that time in the week with alcohol, and that makes it much harder to then kind of go and find a different way to cope, like exercise or something else. So you can become so dependent that it makes it really difficult to find a different way of coping. And if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling depressed, that's going to be massively magnified, because every time you drink you come down from it, and that will keep happening every single time. Particularly with anxiety, it will absolutely heighten feelings of anxiety. I see that a lot in my job.
If you're using alcohol as a solution to a problem, whether that's stress, anxiety, boredom, or anything else, you risk becoming psychologically dependent on alcohol. Alcohol can have a big effect on your mental health, so it's important to understand all the ways drinking can negatively affect your life. Be sure to have a look at our other videos discussing alcohol and drinking in the description below. If you or a friend is suffering with mental health difficulties or alcohol dependency, you can find the details of lots of support services in the article or description below.